Hello everybody, welcome back to day number 9 of my Confidence on Camera challenge. Today we're going to talk about something that I think we need to talk more about, and that's loneliness. Loneliness it's a huge issue, globally reaching issue. Here in England, it affects around 2.5 million people every year. That's around 6% of the working population, which is just mind blowing. It's mad how impactful that is. Now, I have my own experience with loneliness, and it happened during the pandemic. And I try and tell people about it as often as possible because I believe that through talking about it, we can break down the stigma around loneliness and also mental health more broadly. Now, my experience with loneliness was as a result of the pandemic. So I've run my own business. I used to run a tech company. We explored that previously. Um, and the pandemic was a incredibly difficult time for everybody. But running a really small business, you don't have that support network that a lot of other people do. And I don't say this to make people feel sorry for me. It's just the way that it is, and that's the life that I lead. But um, during the pandemic, when we as a business we lost 95% of our work. We worked in social well-being. We were about trying to bring people into one room to engage with one another face to face through common interests. Now our proposition effectively became illegal literally overnight. We all of our prospective clients were gone, and they were moving on to reacting to the here and now. The vast majority, all but one of our current clients, they left there to change their budgets, and then all those organisations that went under as a result of the pandemic. Some of those were our clients too, so we lost clients because of that, and they obviously had much bigger issues than I did as an existing trading business. But it really hit me. It really hit me. And thankfully, as I mentioned the other day, I didn't have employees. I didn't have that headache, but it was incredibly difficult. Now, at a time of difficulty, your first port of call is to go and speak to people, to engage with people, to seek support from others through mutual experience. But we couldn't do that. And there was infighting within my board of directors as well, and that was incredibly disruptive. So I was trying to deal with just keeping the business afloat, barely being paid anything, and then deal with infighting at the same time, and then everything else that was going on around the world. Tens of thousands of people losing their lives as a result of an illness as a result of something that we couldn't see. And it was killing hundreds of thousands of people. It was just a horrible period. I'm sure you remember it well. But all of that happening at the same time, I didn't really have that support network around me that could help me to cope with that. My partner was awesome. She was awesome. My friends those that I was able to engage with, I didn't tell them my work issues, but it kept me going, being able to do online poker nights, Zoom and Teams and Google Meet, as much as they frustrate the hell out of me. If we didn't have those, it would have been even worse. It'd have been a terrible place. But that's my experience with loneliness, and I butchered that story because I'm on camera. I've completely butchered that story, but it's something that I share often because I think we need to talk about it more. But there is a really big stigma around loneliness. There is this aversion to talking about it because people might think the worst of us, and that shouldn't be the case. And then if you are feeling lonely, ever. The vast majority of people do. At some point in their lives, everybody feels lonely. So you are absolutely not alone. But if you are feeling lonely right now, or you think you might be feeling lonely, there's three big tips of that I can give you. So first is, don't be embarrassed about it. Being lonely is a perfectly natural experience. Now, we don't want that experience, but it's a perfectly natural experience. Don't be embarrassed about it, and admit to yourself that you're feeling lonely. Step number two is reach out to somebody. Reach out to somebody and tell them that you're feeling lonely. Someone that you trust, someone that you care about. Reach out to them and tell them that you are feeling lonely. And I guarantee that person will help you. Will help you through better connecting with them. We touched upon connecting yesterday with We're Not Really Strangers. You know, they'll help you. I guarantee they'll help you. And then third is think of ways that you can try to build more connection as well. So what can you do to try to reconnect with people that you care about connecting with? And one thing that I try to do is I text someone every day, just one single text message. 9 times out of 10, I get a response, and I have a little bit of a conversation with them, for a couple of minutes, and I feel like I've connected with somebody better than what I had done prior. And off the back of that, I've had discussions with friends in Australia, they're very close friends, but I rarely speak to them because they're miles away. By texting them, providing I get the time zones right, of course, it feels like they're really, really close to me. So think of ways that you can help yourself to build those connections with other people and feel like you've refound your sense of community. So they're my three big tips. First, don't be embarrassed about loneliness. Don't be embarrassed about feeling lonely. Second, reach out to somebody. And third, think of ways that you can try to build those connections yourself as well. I hope that's helpful. Please do get in touch if you are feeling lonely. I'm always open to talk to new people, always. I'll leave it there. I'll see you tomorrow for day number 10.